Imagine waking up on January 1st, 2025, and feeling like nothing has changed. The same struggles, the same doubts, the same unfulfilled dreams staring back at you. What if I told you that this year doesn't have to be another rinse and repeat of the last? What if 2025 could be the year you completely reinvent yourself, unlock your true potential, and create a life you've only dared to imagine? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes I'm going to show you how to turn that "what if" into your reality. This isn't just another self-help video. This is the blueprint to transform your life. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of a Fresh Start. 2025 is a blank canvas, offering you the opportunity to reshape your life. Imagine leaving behind the weight of past mistakes and stepping into the light of new possibilities. Every sunrise in this year whispers the promise of reinvention, a chance to become the person you've always dreamed of being. Reinvention starts with a single decision: to take control of your narrative. This year isn't about small tweaks, it's about transformative change. By the end of this journey, you won't just feel different, you will be different. Chapter 2. Breaking Free from Old Patterns. Reinvention begins with the courage to let go. Old habits, toxic relationships, and limiting beliefs no longer serve you. They are anchors holding you back from soaring. To step into the new version of yourself, you must untangle the chains of the past, release the fear of change, and embrace the unknown, where growth truly happens. Chapter 3. Clarity is your foundation. Reinvention starts with knowing exactly where you want to go. Imagine trying to drive to a new city without a map or GPS. You'd end up lost, wasting time and energy. Life works the same way. Without clarity, you can't move forward with purpose. Clarity is like turning on a bright light in a dark room. It helps you see what's in front of you and where you're heading. Ask yourself this: what do you really want to achieve in 2025? Not what others expect from you, but what you desire deep in your heart. Do you want to improve your career, strengthen relationships, or focus on personal growth? Whatever it is, take a moment to picture it clearly in your mind. See the details. What does your life look like when you've achieved this? How do you feel? What are you doing differently? Writing it down can make your vision even more real. Grab a notebook or open a blank document and describe your ideal self. Who are you in 2025? What habits do you have? What kind of energy do you bring into your days? Don't hold back. This is your chance to dream without limits. Once you've written it down, take it a step further. Visualize it. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living that life. Picture the surroundings, the people, and the emotions. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a powerful way to train your mind to believe in the possibilities. The more you focus on this vision, the more you start attracting opportunities to make it real. Clarity doesn't mean you have to know every single detail of the journey ahead. It's about having a clear destination. Think of it as setting a compass. Once you know where you want to go, you can adjust your steps along the way. Even if obstacles come up, you'll stay focused because your direction is set. Without clarity, it's easy to get stuck. You'll spend your days reacting to life instead of creating it. But when you know what you want, every decision becomes simpler. Should you say yes to this opportunity? Should you spend time on this activity? Clarity gives you the answers because you're guided by your vision. Remember, clarity isn't a one-time thing. As you grow, your goals may shift. That's okay. Keep revisiting your vision and refining it. The more clear you are about what you want, the more power you have to shape your future. In 2025, let clarity be the solid foundation on which you build the best version of yourself. Chapter 4. Embrace discomfort. Change is never easy. Reinventing yourself in 2025 will demand stepping into the unknown, facing challenges, and letting go of the safety of your comfort zone. It's natural to resist discomfort. It's human instinct to stick to what feels safe and familiar. But if you truly want to become someone new, you must understand one thing: growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Think about a seed buried in the soil. For it to grow into a strong tree, it must first break through its shell and push through layers of dirt. The process isn't easy. It's dark, uncertain, and requires effort. Yet, this is how transformation happens. You are no different. To reinvent yourself, you must break through the barriers of fear, doubt, and routine. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally in this journey. Start by recognizing where your comfort zone lies. What are the things you do every day that feel safe but keep you stuck? Maybe it's staying in a job you've outgrown, avoiding difficult conversations, or procrastinating on a dream because it feels too big. Acknowledge these patterns without judgment. They've served you in the past, but they can't take you to where you want to go in 2025. Now, ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do today to step outside this comfort zone? It doesn't have to be a massive leap. Small, manageable steps are enough to start. If speaking up scares you, try sharing your thoughts in a group setting. If a new skill intimidates you, commit to learning just 10 minutes a day. Each step you take outside your comfort zone strengthens your resilience and builds momentum. Discomfort often comes with fear of failure, rejection, or judgment. But what if you reframed fear as a sign that you're growing? When you feel scared or uneasy, it means you're doing something that challenges you. Instead of running from fear, lean into it. Remind yourself that every successful person you admire has faced discomfort too. They didn't achieve greatness by staying in their safe bubble. They faced the unknown and came out stronger. Remember, discomfort is temporary, but the growth it brings lasts a lifetime. Think of times when you faced challenges in the past. Maybe you struggled to learn a new skill, adapt to a change, or overcome a setback. At the time it felt hard, but looking back you see how much stronger it made you. In 2025, every moment of discomfort is shaping the person you're becoming. Discomfort also teaches you to let go of perfection. Many people stay stuck because they wait for the perfect time or situation to take action. But perfection is an illusion. It's a way of avoiding risk. When you embrace discomfort, you accept that things might not go perfectly, and that's okay. What matters is that you're moving forward, learning, and growing. Another thing to remember is that discomfort isn't permanent. The things that feel hard today won't always feel this way. Over time, what once scared you will become second nature. The more you challenge yourself, the wider your comfort zone becomes. What once seemed impossible will eventually feel natural. To help you embrace discomfort, surround yourself with people who challenge and support you. Find those who inspire you to grow, even when it feels uncomfortable. Their encouragement can remind you that you're not alone in this journey, and when you feel like giving up, lean on them to keep pushing forward. In 2025, let discomfort be your guide. When you feel uneasy or uncertain, take it as a sign that you're on the right path. Trust that every step outside your comfort zone is bringing you closer to the person you're meant to be. Growth isn't easy, but it's worth it. Embrace discomfort and watch as your reinvention unfolds. Chapter 5. Rebuild your mindset. The foundation of reinvention lies in your mindset. It's the lens through which you view the world, your beliefs about yourself, and your ability to create change. If your mind is filled with self-doubt, fear, or negativity, no amount of effort will lead to lasting transformation. To reinvent yourself in 2025, you must first rebuild your mindset. This is where true change begins. Think of your mind as a garden. Over the years, it may have grown weeds, negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and unhelpful habits. These weeds didn't appear overnight. They were planted by past experiences, failures, or the voices of others telling you what you couldn't do. But just as a neglected garden can be restored with care, so too can your mindset be renewed. Start by becoming aware of your thoughts. What do you tell yourself daily? Pay attention to the inner dialogue that runs through your mind. Are your thoughts empowering or limiting? For many people, self-talk leans toward criticism. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Or I'll never succeed. These thoughts might feel like truth, but they are simply stories you've told yourself over time. Rebuilding your mindset begins with challenging these stories. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it even true? Often you'll find that these negative beliefs have no real basis. They're just echoes of fear or past failures. Replace them with thoughts that uplift you. I am capable. I deserve success. And I'm learning and growing every day. The words you say to yourself matter more than you realize. They shape how you see yourself and the world. One of the most powerful ways to rebuild your mindset is to adopt a growth mindset. This means seeing challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn and grow. When you encounter difficulties in 2025, and you will, remind yourself that every setback is a stepping stone. A growth mindset turns failures into lessons and obstacles into opportunities. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Gratitude is another essential tool for transforming your mindset. When you focus on what's going well in your life, you shift your attention away from negativity. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Gratitude rewires your brain to see abundance instead of lack, creating a mindset of positivity and possibility. Your environment also plays a critical role in shaping your mindset. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. If you're constantly around negativity, it's hard to maintain a positive outlook. Seek out friends, mentors, or communities that encourage growth and remind you of your potential. The energy of those around you will either fuel your reinvention or hold you back. Visualization is another powerful tool for rebuilding your mindset. Take time each day to close your eyes and imagine the person you want to become. See yourself achieving your goals, overcoming challenges, and living the life you desire. Visualization trains your brain to believe in your potential. The clearer the picture you create, the stronger the belief becomes. Another key to rebuilding your mindset is letting go of the need for control. Often, we stress over things we can't change, wasting energy on what's outside our power. In 2025, focus on what you can control: your actions, your attitude, and your effort. Let go of the rest. This simple shift reduces stress and helps you stay focused on your goals. Rebuilding your mindset isn't about ignoring negative emotions or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging challenges while choosing to focus on solutions. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of your progress. Celebrate small wins and use them as proof that you're moving forward. Finally, remember that rebuilding your mindset is a daily practice. You won't wake up one day with a perfect mindset. It's a process of continuous growth. Be patient with yourself. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep showing up, putting in the effort to nurture your mind. In 2025, let your mindset be your greatest ally. With a rebuilt mindset, you'll approach life with confidence, resilience, and clarity. You'll see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and possibilities as endless. Your reinvention begins here, in the way you think. Change your mind, and you'll change your life. Chapter 6. The Art of Letting Go. Letting go is one of the most powerful yet difficult steps in reinventing yourself. It requires courage to release what no longer serves you and trust that what lies ahead will be better. In 2025, the art of letting go will be a transformative practice that helps you create space for growth, happiness, and fulfillment. To truly embrace change, you must free yourself from the weight of the past. Think about the things you've been holding on to: old habits, grudges, toxic relationships, or even outdated dreams. These things may feel familiar, but they could also be holding you back. Holding on can feel like carrying a heavy backpack filled with unnecessary items. The longer you carry it, the more it weighs you down. Letting go is like putting that backpack down and finally feeling the freedom to move forward. The first step in letting go is acknowledging what you need to release. Take an honest look at your life and ask yourself, what am I holding on to out of fear? Sometimes we cling to things because they feel safe, even if they no longer make us happy or align with who we want to be. Identify these attachments and recognize how they're limiting your growth. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending something didn't matter. It means choosing not to let it control you anymore. For example, holding on to anger or resentment toward someone who hurt you doesn't punish them. It only keeps you trapped in pain. Forgiveness isn't about excusing their actions. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and take a step toward healing. Another important part of letting go is releasing the fear of failure. Many people hold on to their old ways of living because they're afraid of the unknown. What if the new path doesn't work out? What if I'm not good enough? These fears are normal, but they don't have to define you. Trust that every step you take toward reinvention is bringing you closer to your true potential. Letting go also applies to the stories you tell yourself. Perhaps you've believed for years that you're not smart enough, talented enough, or deserving of success. These self-limiting beliefs can become deeply ingrained, shaping the way you see the world. But these beliefs are not facts, they're simply thoughts. Challenge these stories and replace them with empowering truths. You are capable, worthy, and full of potential. Another area where letting go is essential is in your habits. Certain routines or behaviors may feel comfortable, but they could be hindering your growth. For instance, spending too much time on distractions like social media or procrastinating on important tasks might be keeping you stuck. Letting go of these habits isn't about deprivation. It's about making room for new habits that align with your goals in 2025. Letting go is also about releasing control over things you cannot change. Life is unpredictable, and clinging to the illusion of control only creates stress and frustration. In 2025, focus on what you can control: your actions, attitude, and perspective. Let go of the need to control outcomes and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. A practical way to practice letting go is through mindfulness. Spend time each day focusing on the present moment. When your mind drifts to past regrets or future worries, gently bring it back to the here and now. Mindfulness helps you let go of mental clutter and find peace in the present. Letting go isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Some days you'll feel ready to release what's holding you back. Other days the weight may feel heavier. Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, and every small step counts. As you master the art of letting go, you'll notice a profound shift in your life. You'll feel lighter, freer, and more open to new possibilities. Letting go isn't about losing. It's about gaining clarity, peace, and the ability to move forward. In 2025, embrace the art of letting go as a gift you give to yourself. With every release, you create space for something better. Let go, and let your reinvention begin. Chapter 7. Define your non-negotiables. Reinvention is not just about what you add to your life. It's also about what you refuse to allow. In 2025, your growth and transformation will depend on defining your non-negotiables, the boundaries, values, and standards that guide your decisions and protect your peace. These non-negotiables will act as the guardrails for your journey, keeping you aligned with the person you're becoming. Non-negotiables are the foundation of self-respect. They represent the things you will not compromise, no matter the circumstances. Without clear boundaries, you risk losing yourself in the demands of others or the chaos of life. But when you know your non-negotiables, you stand firm in your identity and purpose, making decisions with confidence and clarity. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Think about the areas of your life that feel most important: your relationships, health, career, time, or personal values. Ask yourself, what am I no longer willing to tolerate? What behaviors, situations, or environments drain my energy or pull me away from my goals? These questions will help you uncover the lines you need to draw to protect your well-being. For example, if one of your goals in 2025 is to prioritize your mental health, a non-negotiable might be limiting interactions with people who are consistently negative or toxic. If your goal is to grow your career, a non-negotiable could be dedicating uninterrupted time each week to skill development. By setting these boundaries, you create space for the things that truly matter. Defining your non-negotiables isn't about being rigid or inflexible. It's about honoring your values and aligning your life with your vision. When you set clear boundaries, you give yourself permission to say no to things that don't serve you, freeing up energy for what does. This is not selfish, it's necessary for your reinvention. Communicating your non-negotiables to others is an important step. It's one thing to know your boundaries internally, but it's equally important to express them clearly and respectfully. For instance, if you've decided that weekends are your time to recharge, let your friends, family, or colleagues know in advance. Boundaries are not about pushing people away. They're about creating mutual respect and understanding. Non-negotiables also extend to how you treat yourself. Often, the most damaging compromises we make are the ones we make with ourselves. Skipping self-care, ignoring your needs, or breaking promises to yourself undermines your growth. In 2025, make a commitment to honor your own well-being as a top priority. If you decide that regular exercise, journaling, or meditation is non-negotiable, treat it as sacred. It's important to recognize that your non-negotiables might evolve over time. As you grow and your priorities shift, your boundaries and standards may need adjustment. This doesn't mean you're being inconsistent. It means you're staying in tune with your journey. Periodically reflect on your non-negotiables to ensure they still align with your values and goals. Defining non-negotiables can sometimes feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to saying yes to everything or avoiding conflict. But remember, boundaries are not walls, they're filters. They don't shut people or opportunities out, they allow the right ones to come in. Every time you honor a non-negotiable, you strengthen your sense of self-worth and move closer to your vision for 2025. Non-negotiables are also a source of empowerment. They remind you that you have control over your life, even in challenging situations. When faced with difficult choices or external pressures, your non-negotiables become your anchor. They help you stay focused and grounded, preventing you from being swayed by momentary distractions or emotions. In 2025, make your non-negotiables a reflection of the life you want to create. Write them down, keep them visible, and remind yourself of them daily. They are not just rules, They are declarations of what you deserve and what you're working toward. By defining and honoring your non-negotiables, you set the stage for a year of intentional growth, balance, and success. This year is yours to shape. With your non-negotiables as your guide, you'll navigate 2025 with confidence, clarity, and purpose. Each time you stand by your values, you reinforce the person you're becoming. Your non-negotiables are the blueprint for a life that aligns with your highest self. Honor them and let them lead you to the reinvention you deserve. Chapter 8. Create momentum with action. Reinvention doesn't happen overnight, nor does it come from dreaming alone. It's the result of consistent, purposeful action. In 2025, your transformation depends on building momentum, taking one small step after another until your actions create an unstoppable force driving you toward your goals. Momentum is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Many people get stuck waiting for the perfect moment to start. They tell themselves, "I'll begin when I have more time, energy, or resources." But the truth is, there's no perfect moment. Waiting keeps you in the same place, while action propels you forward. The key to reinvention is starting right now, no matter how small the first step may seem. Momentum begins with that first step. What's one thing you can do today to move closer to your goal? It doesn't have to be grand. Write down your plan, make a phone call, or spend 10 minutes researching your next steps. The size of the action doesn't matter. What matters is that you begin. Small actions create ripples that lead to bigger changes over time. One of the biggest challenges to creating momentum is overcoming inertia, the resistance to getting started. Think of a heavy rock sitting on the ground. It takes effort to push it at first, but once it starts rolling, it becomes easier to keep it moving. Your life works the same way. The hardest part is often taking the first step, but once you do, each subsequent step feels more natural. To sustain momentum, consistency is key. Even small repeated actions build powerful habits that drive transformation. For example, if you want to improve your health, committing to a short daily walk might not seem like much, but over weeks and months, it adds up to significant progress. Consistency turns isolated actions into lasting change. Focus on progress, not perfection. Many people lose momentum because they expect everything to go flawlessly. They set unrealistic standards and feel discouraged when they fall short. But perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. Celebrate every step you take, no matter how small. Each action brings you closer to your reinvention. Another way to create momentum is by breaking your goals into smaller, manageable steps. Big goals can feel overwhelming, making it hard to know where to start. But when you break them down, they become less intimidating. For example, if you're aiming to switch careers, don't focus on the entire journey at once. Start by updating your resume, researching industries, or networking with one person. These small actions build confidence and clarity as you move forward. Accountability is a powerful tool for maintaining momentum. Share your goals with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor. Let them know what you're working toward and ask them to check in on your progress. Knowing that someone is rooting for you can motivate you to keep going, even when it feels tough. Another key to momentum is learning to navigate setbacks. Inevitably, there will be days when progress feels slow or obstacles arise. Instead of letting these moments derail you, see them as part of the process. Momentum isn't about never facing challenges, it's about continuing to move forward despite them. Treat every setback as an opportunity to learn and adapt. Celebrate your wins along the way, no matter how small they seem. Progress fuels motivation, and acknowledging your achievements reinforces the belief that you're capable of change. Whether it's completing a task, overcoming a fear, or sticking to a habit, take a moment to appreciate your efforts. Each win builds the momentum to keep going. Creating momentum also means protecting your energy. Avoid distractions or commitments that pull you away from your goals. Say no to things that don't align with your vision for 2025 and focus your energy on what truly matters. Momentum thrives on clarity and focus, so guard your time and attention fiercely. Finally, remind yourself of your why. Why do you want to reinvent yourself? What's driving this transformation? When you stay connected to your deeper purpose, it's easier to stay motivated. Your why is the fuel that keeps the fire of momentum burning. In 2025, let action become your superpower. Start small, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. Each step builds on the last, creating a powerful momentum that propels you toward your reinvention. Trust the process, embrace the journey, and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. Momentum isn't just about reaching the destination. It's about discovering the strength and determination you never knew you had. Keep going, and the future you envision will become your reality. Chapter 9. Surround yourself with growth. No one reinvents themselves alone. The people you surround yourself with can either propel you forward or hold you back. In 2025, one of the most critical steps in your reinvention is intentionally building an environment of growth-minded individuals who inspire, challenge, and support you. When you're surrounded by the right people, their energy becomes contagious, and their influence can transform the way you think, act, and grow. Start by assessing your current circle. Look at the people you interact with regularly: friends, family, colleagues, and even your online connections. Are they encouraging your growth or pulling you into negativity? This isn't about judging others, it's about recognizing their impact on your mindset and progress. If you find yourself surrounded by constant negativity, gossip, or doubt, it's time to reevaluate those connections. Growth-minded people are those who push you to be your best self. They celebrate your successes and challenge you to rise higher when you fall short. These are the people who have a positive outlook on life, are driven by purpose, and are unafraid to embrace change. They don't just talk about growth, they live it. Seek out individuals who inspire you to think bigger, take action, and believe in your potential. If you're unsure where to find these people, start by looking in places of learning and growth. Attend workshops, join online communities, or participate in events related to your interests and goals. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals in these spaces creates natural opportunities to connect. For example, if you're focused on career growth, networking groups or industry events are great places to meet others with similar ambitions. Mentorship is another powerful way to surround yourself with growth. A mentor doesn't have to be someone famous or unattainable. They can be anyone who has walked the path you aspire to follow. Mentors provide guidance, wisdom, and accountability, helping you navigate challenges and stay on track. Don't hesitate to reach out to someone you admire and ask for advice. Most people are more willing to share their experiences than you might think. It's also important to consider how you contribute to your relationships. Surrounding yourself with growth-minded people isn't just about receiving, it's also about giving. Be the kind of person who uplifts others, celebrates their victories, and offers support when they face challenges. Positive energy is reciprocal. The more you give, the more you attract. At times, letting go of certain relationships may be necessary. This doesn't mean cutting people out of your life harshly, but rather recognizing when certain connections are no longer serving your growth. It's okay to create distance from individuals who drain your energy, discourage your ambitions, or consistently bring negativity into your life. Letting go of these relationships creates space for healthier, more empowering ones to enter. Surrounding yourself with growth also means being mindful of the content you consume. In today's digital age, your online environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. Follow people, accounts, and platforms that inspire and educate you. Limit exposure to negativity, drama, or distractions that don't align with your goals. Curate a digital space that mirrors the growth you want to see in your life. Family dynamics can sometimes be a challenge in this process. You may not be able to fully distance yourself from family members who don't share your growth mindset, but you can set boundaries. Protect your mental and emotional energy by limiting conversations or situations that undermine your progress. Focus on the relationships that support your reinvention while maintaining respect and balance with those who may not understand your journey. Remember, surrounding yourself with growth isn't just about external relationships. It's also about your relationship with yourself. Be your own cheerleader, motivator, and guide. Speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement, and challenge yourself to rise above self-doubt. When you're committed to your own growth, you naturally attract others who share the same mindset. In 2025, create a growth-focused network that fuels your reinvention. Build connections with people who uplift, inspire, and challenge you. Be intentional about the relationships you nurture and the environments you engage with. When you surround yourself with growth, you tap into a collective energy that amplifies your efforts and accelerates your transformation. Reinvention is not a solitary journey. It's a shared experience. The right people will walk beside you, cheering you on, holding you accountable, and reminding you of your potential when you forget. In 2025, let your circle be a source of strength, positivity, and possibility. With the right support, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Chapter 10. Reclaim your time. Time is your most valuable resource, and yet it's one of the easiest to lose. Every hour wasted is an hour that could have been invested in your growth, happiness, and goals. In 2025, reclaiming your time will be essential to your reinvention. It's not just about managing time, it's about mastering it, ensuring that every moment aligns with the life you want to create. Start by understanding where your time goes. For many people, a significant portion of their day is consumed by distractions, scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or saying yes to commitments that don't serve them. These small time wasters add up, leaving you feeling like there's never enough time to do what matters most. The first step to reclaiming your time is awareness. Spend a week tracking how you use your hours. Be honest with yourself. This isn't about judgment. It's about clarity. Once you've identified where your time is going, it's time to prioritize. Ask yourself, what activities bring me closer to my goals? What tasks align with the person I want to become? In 2025, make a commitment to focus on what truly matters, whether it's working on your career, building relationships, or improving your health. Prioritize the things that create lasting value in your life. To reclaim your time, learn the power of saying no. Many people overcommit because they fear disappointing others or missing out. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to something that does. Saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary. Practice setting boundaries with your time and protecting it fiercely. Another key to mastering your time is planning. Start each day with a clear plan of what you want to accomplish. Create a to-do list that reflects your priorities, but keep it realistic. Overloading yourself with tasks can lead to frustration and burnout. Instead, focus on a few high-impact activities that move you closer to your goals. Planning your day doesn't just increase productivity, It reduces stress by giving you a clear roadmap. Eliminating distractions is a crucial part of reclaiming your time. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Notifications, emails, and constant demands for attention. Set aside dedicated blocks of time for focused work or personal growth, and eliminate interruptions during those periods. Put your phone on silent, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and create an environment that supports concentration. Another way to reclaim your time is by delegating. You don't have to do everything yourself. Whether it's at work or home, identify tasks that others can handle. Delegation frees up your time for the things only you can do, those that align with your vision for 2025. Reclaiming your time also means being intentional about rest and self-care. Many people fall into the trap of equating busyness with productivity, but constant hustle leads to exhaustion. In 2025, make time for activities that recharge you, whether it's reading, meditating, exercising, or simply spending time with loved ones. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for sustained growth. Reflect on how you use your free time. Even after work or responsibilities, the way you spend your leisure hours shapes your life. Are you using that time to scroll mindlessly or to learn, grow, and create? Small, intentional changes in how you spend your evenings or weekends can have a profound impact over time. Reclaiming your time isn't just about efficiency, it's about living with purpose. Every moment you save by eliminating distractions or setting boundaries is a moment you can invest in the things that truly matter. Imagine the person you want to become in 2025 and ask yourself, how would they spend their time? Let that vision guide your daily choices. Finally, recognize that time is finite. You can't control how much time you have, but you can control how you use it. Every day is a gift, an opportunity to create, grow, and experience life. Don't let procrastination, distractions, or fear steal that gift from you. In 2025, let reclaiming your time be an act of self-respect and empowerment. When you take control of your time, you take control of your life. By prioritizing what matters, setting boundaries, and living intentionally, you'll create the space to grow, achieve, and thrive. This is your year to master time, not as an enemy to fight, but as a resource to cherish. The clock is ticking, but with intention and focus, you can make every second count. Chapter 11. Build resilience for challenges. Reinvention is not a smooth, straight path. It's filled with unexpected twists, obstacles, and moments when progress feels out of reach. In 2025, building resilience will be your armor to face challenges and keep moving forward. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about finding the strength to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. Think of resilience as a muscle. Just like physical strength, it grows through consistent effort and practice. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen this muscle. Instead of fearing setbacks, learn to view them as stepping stones. Each one teaches you something valuable and prepares you for the next phase of your journey. The first step in building resilience is shifting your perspective on failure. Many people see failure as the end, a sign that they're not good enough or that their efforts were wasted. But failure is not a dead end, it's a teacher. When things don't go as planned, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve? In 2025, let failure become a source of growth rather than a reason to give up. Another key to resilience is cultivating a positive mindset. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means choosing to focus on solutions instead of dwelling on the problem. When challenges arise, train your mind to ask, what can I do about this? Positivity isn't about denying reality. It's about finding the strength to navigate it. Resilience also requires flexibility. Life rarely goes according to plan, and the ability to adapt is what keeps you moving forward. Think of a tree in a storm. The rigid branches snap under pressure, but the flexible ones bend and survive. In 2025, practice flexibility by staying open to new ideas, perspectives, and solutions. When plans change, don't resist. Adjust. Building a support system is another crucial aspect of resilience. You don't have to face challenges alone. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Whether it's friends, family, or mentors, having a network of support makes it easier to navigate difficult times. Don't be afraid to lean on others when you need help. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Resilience also comes from taking care of yourself. It's hard to bounce back from setbacks when you're physically or emotionally depleted. In 2025, prioritize your well-being. Get enough sleep, eat nourishing foods, and make time for activities that recharge you. Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential for resilience. Another way to build resilience is by practicing gratitude. When you're in the middle of a tough situation, it can be hard to see the good. But even in challenging times, there are always things to be grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's still going right. It reminds you that challenges are temporary and that brighter days are ahead. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It's okay to feel frustrated, sad, or overwhelmed when things get tough. What matters is how you respond to those emotions. Acknowledge how you feel, but don't let it consume you. Allow yourself to process your emotions, then shift your focus back to the actions you can take. Setting realistic expectations is another way to build resilience. Sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect that even small setbacks feel overwhelming. In 2025, remind yourself that progress is not always linear. There will be ups and downs, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep moving forward, even if it's at a slower pace than you'd like. Finally, build resilience by focusing on your why. Why are you reinventing yourself? What's driving you to change? When challenges arise, reconnect with your purpose. Your why is your anchor, keeping you steady even in the face of storms. Let it remind you that every challenge is worth overcoming because it's bringing you closer to the life you want. In 2025, resilience will be your greatest ally. It will give you the strength to face adversity, the courage to try again, and the determination to keep going when the road gets tough. Remember, resilience isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. With resilience, there's no challenge you can't overcome and no dream you can't achieve. This is your year to rise, stronger and more determined than ever. Chapter 12. Clarity in Chaos. Life is unpredictable and chaos is inevitable. Whether it's external events or internal struggles, moments of uncertainty can make it difficult to stay focused on your goals. In 2025, mastering the ability to find clarity in chaos will be essential for your reinvention. It's about staying grounded, calm, and purposeful, even when the world feels like it's spinning out of control. Chaos often feels overwhelming because it disrupts our sense of order and control. Unexpected challenges, sudden changes, or emotional upheavals can leave you feeling stuck or paralyzed. The first step to finding clarity in chaos is acceptance. Acknowledge that uncertainty is a natural part of life. Fighting it only adds to the stress. Instead, remind yourself that you have the power to navigate through it. In moments of chaos, it's easy to get lost in the noise. Thoughts race, emotions spiral, and it feels like there's too much to handle at once. This is where mindfulness becomes your anchor. Take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and focus on the present. Ground yourself by paying attention to the sights, sounds, or sensations around you. Mindfulness doesn't solve chaos, but it gives you the mental space to respond rather than react. One of the best tools for clarity is prioritization. When chaos strikes, it's tempting to try to tackle everything at once, but this only leads to more overwhelm. Instead, ask yourself, what's most important right now? Focus on the tasks or decisions that will have the greatest impact, and let go of what can wait. Prioritization simplifies the complexity and helps you move forward with purpose. Chaos often triggers fear and doubt. You might question your decisions or feel like you're not capable of handling the situation. During these times, reconnect with your why. Why are you pursuing this goal? What does your reinvention mean to you? Your purpose is your guiding light, cutting through the fog of uncertainty and keeping you focused on what truly matters. Breaking tasks into smaller steps can also bring clarity in chaotic moments. When the big picture feels overwhelming, narrow your focus. What's the next small step you can take? By focusing on one step at a time, you build momentum and regain a sense of control. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to clarity. Your environment plays a significant role in managing chaos. If your surroundings are cluttered or chaotic, it can amplify your stress. In 2025, make a habit of creating spaces that promote calm and focus. Whether it's your workspace, home, or even your digital environment, a clean and organized space can help you think more clearly. Lean on your support system during chaotic times. Share your thoughts and challenges with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor. Talking things through can provide new perspectives and help you process your emotions. You don't have to navigate chaos alone. Others can offer guidance, encouragement, and solutions you might not have considered. Another strategy for clarity is controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't. Chaos often feels overwhelming because we try to manage everything, even the uncontrollable. Focus your energy on what's within your power, your actions, your mindset, and your response to challenges. Let go of the rest. This simple shift reduces stress and helps you approach problems with a clearer mind. Visualization can also be a powerful tool in chaotic moments. Close your eyes and imagine the outcome you want. Picture yourself overcoming the challenge, finding solutions, and emerging stronger. Visualization helps you stay focused on your goals, even when the path forward feels uncertain. It reminds you that chaos is temporary and that you have the ability to navigate through it. Find clarity in chaos by trusting yourself. You've faced challenges before, and you've come out stronger every time. Remind yourself of your past successes and the resilience you've built. Trust that you have the skills, knowledge, and determination to handle whatever comes your way. In 2025, chaos will come. It always does. But instead of letting it derail your progress, use it as an opportunity to grow. Chaos tests your strength, sharpens your focus, and teaches you to adapt. By finding clarity in the midst of uncertainty, you'll not only stay on track, but emerge more confident and capable than ever. Let chaos be a stepping stone, not a roadblock, and watch as you continue to reinvent yourself, one clear decision at a time. Chapter 13. Be kind to yourself. Reinvention is a journey, not a sprint, and along the way, you'll face challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. One of the most important lessons you can learn in 2025 is how to be kind to yourself. Self-kindness isn't just about treating yourself gently. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-compassion that allows you to grow, heal, and thrive. Reinvention is impossible without it. Many people are their own harshest critics. They set high expectations for themselves and feel immense guilt or frustration when they fall short. But this kind of self-criticism only creates unnecessary stress and holds you back from achieving your full potential. In 2025, make a commitment to speak to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a close friend. Start by paying attention to your inner dialogue. What do you tell yourself when things don't go as planned? Do you immediately jump to harsh judgments like, "I'm such a failure," or "I'll never get this right"? These thoughts may feel automatic, but they aren't helpful. Practice replacing them with words of encouragement. "I'm learning," "I'm trying my best," or "This is just a temporary setback." Self-kindness also means giving yourself permission to rest. In a world that glorifies busyness, it's easy to feel guilty for taking breaks. But rest is not laziness, it's essential for your mental and physical well-being. In 2025, honor your need for rest by setting aside time to recharge, whether it's through a nap, a leisurely walk, or simply doing nothing. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to handle challenges and stay focused on your goals. Another aspect of self-kindness is allowing yourself to make mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of growth, yet many people fear them because they see them as failures. But every mistake carries a lesson, a chance to learn and improve. In 2025, shift your perspective on mistakes. Instead of beating yourself up, ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I do better next time?" Treat mistakes as stepping stones on your path to reinvention. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. It's easy to focus on how far you still have to go and overlook how far you've already come. In 2025, take time to acknowledge your achievements, even the minor ones. Did you stick to a new habit for a week? Did you take a small step toward your goal? These moments deserve recognition. Celebrating progress boosts your confidence and reminds you that you're capable of change. Being kind to yourself also means setting boundaries. Sometimes the pressure to meet others' expectations can lead to overcommitment or burnout. In 2025, prioritize your well-being by learning to say no when necessary. Protect your time, energy, and mental health by setting limits that align with your goals and values. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're a form of self-respect. Self-kindness involves forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Carrying guilt or regret only weighs you down and keeps you stuck in the past. In 2025, practice self-forgiveness as an act of liberation. Acknowledge what happened, take responsibility if needed, and then let it go. Remember that you're not defined by your mistakes. You're defined by how you grow from them. Gratitude is another powerful form of self-kindness. Instead of focusing on what you lack or what's going wrong, take time to appreciate the good in your life. Be grateful for your strengths, your efforts, and the opportunities you have. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, creating a sense of peace and contentment. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is also a form of self-kindness. In 2025, nurture relationships with those who uplift and encourage you. Let go of connections that drain your energy or make you feel unworthy. You deserve to be surrounded by love, positivity, and understanding. Finally, remember that self-kindness is an ongoing practice. There will be days when it's harder to be gentle with yourself, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep trying. Each act of self-kindness strengthens your resilience, boosts your confidence, and fuels your reinvention. In 2025, let self-kindness be the foundation of your growth. Treat yourself with patience, compassion, and understanding as you navigate the ups and downs of reinvention. When you're kind to yourself, you create a space where transformation can flourish. This year, be your own biggest supporter and watch as your journey unfolds with strength and grace. Chapter 14. Gratitude in pain. Reinvention is not only about achieving success and happiness, it's also about finding strength and meaning in life's most challenging moments. Pain is an inevitable part of the journey, but it doesn't have to define you. In 2025, one of the most transformative practices you can embrace is gratitude in pain. This doesn't mean denying your struggles or pretending they don't hurt. Instead, it's about discovering the hidden blessings and lessons that pain can bring, allowing you to grow and evolve. When pain enters your life, whether it's physical, emotional, or circumstantial, it can feel all-consuming. The natural reaction is to resist it, wishing it would go away, but resistance only amplifies suffering. The first step to finding gratitude in pain is acceptance. Acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment. This simple act of acceptance creates space for healing and opens the door to finding meaning in your experiences. Gratitude in pain starts small. In the midst of hardship, it's difficult to see the good, but it's always there if you look closely enough. Perhaps a challenging situation has brought unexpected support from a friend, or a failure has taught you a valuable lesson. In 2025, train yourself to seek out these moments of light, no matter how small they seem. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's still right, creating a sense of hope and resilience. Pain often teaches you what truly matters. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to lose sight of your priorities. Pain strips away the noise and distractions, forcing you to confront what's most important. Use these moments as an opportunity to realign with your values and purpose. In 2025, let pain be a guide, pointing you toward a more authentic and meaningful path. Another way to practice gratitude in pain is by reframing your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" Pain can be a powerful teacher, offering lessons in resilience, empathy, and strength. In 2025, view your struggles not as punishments, but as opportunities for growth. Each challenge you face adds to your wisdom and shapes you into a stronger, more compassionate person. Gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it softens its edges. It reminds you that even in the darkest moments, there is still beauty to be found. In 2025, make a habit of journaling about the things you're grateful for, even during tough times. Writing them down helps solidify your gratitude and gives you a tangible reminder of the good in your life. Pain also deepens your connection with others. When you face challenges, you often realize how much you need the support of loved ones. Gratitude in pain can be as simple as appreciating a kind word, a comforting hug, or a listening ear. In 2025, take time to express your gratitude to those who stand by you in difficult moments. Their presence is a gift that strengthens your resilience. Faith is another source of gratitude during pain. Believing that challenges have a purpose, even if it's not immediately clear, can bring a sense of peace. Trust that every hardship is part of a larger plan, leading you toward growth and transformation. In 2025, lean into your faith or spirituality to find comfort and meaning in the midst of struggle. Gratitude in pain also fosters empathy. When you've experienced hardship, you're better able to understand and connect with others who are going through similar struggles. This shared understanding creates a sense of compassion and community, reminding you that you're not alone. In 2025, let your pain become a bridge that connects you with others, rather than a wall that isolates you. Finally, gratitude in pain helps you build resilience. Each time you choose gratitude, you're strengthening your ability to navigate challenges with grace and strength. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the hard parts of life. It means choosing to focus on what's still good, even when things feel tough. In 2025, let gratitude be your anchor, keeping you steady as you weather life's storms. Pain is not something anyone seeks, but it's something everyone experiences. In 2025, use gratitude to transform your pain into a source of strength, wisdom, and growth. By embracing gratitude in pain, you'll discover that even the hardest moments have the potential to shape you into the person you're meant to become. This is the year to turn your struggles into stepping stones, finding beauty and purpose in every part of your journey. Chapter 15. Align with your purpose. Struggles are inevitable in life, but the way you perceive them can make all the difference. In 2025, one of the most transformative shifts you can make is learning to reframe your struggles. This means viewing challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, resilience, and reinvention. Struggles don't have to define you, they can refine you. When struggles arise, the first instinct is often frustration, fear, or self-pity. It's natural to feel overwhelmed when things don't go as planned. But what if you could look at those struggles through a different lens? Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you could ask, "What is this teaching me?" Reframing is not about ignoring your pain. It's about finding meaning and purpose within it. The first step to reframing your struggles is recognizing that they are temporary. No matter how difficult a situation feels, it will pass. Think back to previous challenges you've faced. At the time, they may have seemed impossible to overcome, yet here you are, stronger and wiser because of them. In 2025, remind yourself that every struggle has an expiration date, and what feels overwhelming today will one day be a memory of how far you've come. Reframing also involves seeing struggles as opportunities for growth. Every challenge carries a lesson, a chance to develop new skills, or a way to strengthen your character. For example, a financial setback might teach you the importance of budgeting and resourcefulness. A failed relationship could reveal the value of self-love and boundaries. In 2025, view your struggles as stepping stones on your path to reinvention, each one preparing you for a better future. Perspective is a powerful tool for reframing. Often, struggles seem larger than they are because of how we interpret them. In 2025, practice zooming out and looking at the bigger picture. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? 5 years? Sometimes putting your struggles in perspective helps you see that they are not as life-altering as they feel in the moment. Another way to reframe struggles is to focus on what you can control. Struggles often arise from circumstances beyond your power, but there's always something you can do. Instead of dwelling on what's outside your control, shift your energy toward actionable steps. What can you change? What can you learn? By taking even small actions, you regain a sense of agency and begin to transform your challenges into opportunities. Gratitude plays a significant role in reframing struggles. Even in the midst of hardship, there are always things to be grateful for. Maybe a struggle has revealed who your true friends are, or perhaps it has pushed you to pursue a path you wouldn't have considered otherwise. In 2025, make it a habit to find at least one thing to be grateful for in every challenging situation. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's still abundant. Reframing your struggles doesn't mean pretending they don't hurt. Acknowledge your emotions, whether it's sadness, anger, or frustration, and allow yourself to feel them. Bottling up your feelings only prolongs the struggle. Once you've processed your emotions, you can start looking for the silver linings or lessons within the situation. In 2025, give yourself permission to feel while also choosing to move forward. Leaning on your support system can also help you reframe struggles. Sometimes it takes an outside perspective to see the opportunities within a challenge. Share your struggles with trusted friends, family, or mentors. They may offer insights or encouragement that helps you see the situation in a new light. In 2025, remember that you don't have to face your struggles alone. Faith and spirituality can also be powerful tools for reframing. Believing that challenges serve a higher purpose or are part of a greater plan can bring comfort and clarity. Trust that struggles are shaping you into the person you're meant to become, even if the purpose isn't immediately clear. In 2025, lean into your faith to find strength and guidance during difficult times. Finally, reframe your struggles by focusing on your growth. Every challenge you overcome adds to your resilience, wisdom, and strength. Instead of seeing struggles as setbacks, view them as opportunities to build the skills and character you'll need for the future. In 2025, let your struggles become proof of your ability to adapt, persevere, and thrive. Struggles are not the end of the road. They are part of the journey. In 2025, choose to reframe your challenges, seeing them as opportunities rather than obstacles. By changing your perspective, you'll transform your struggles into stepping stones that lead you closer to your goals. This is the year to rise above your hardships, using them as fuel for your reinvention. You have the power to turn your struggles into your greatest strength. Chapter 16. Learn from the past, don't live there. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions you'll encounter on your journey of reinvention. It whispers doubts, magnifies risks, and convinces you to stay within the confines of your comfort zone. But in 2025, you don't have to let fear hold you back. Instead, you can transform it into a source of energy and motivation. Fear doesn't have to be a barrier. It can become the very fuel that drives your growth. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. It's your mind's way of protecting you from perceived danger, whether real or imagined. But here's the truth. Most fears are not life-threatening. They're simply mental blocks that arise when you step into new territory. Recognizing this is the first step in turning fear into fuel. Fear doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're on the edge of growth. Start by identifying your fears. What is it that scares you about reinventing yourself in 2025? Is it the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown? Write down your fears and look at them objectively. Often, simply naming your fears takes away some of their power. They no longer feel like insurmountable shadows. They become challenges you can confront. One way to turn fear into fuel is by reframing it as excitement. Fear and excitement are closely related emotions. They both create a heightened state of alertness and anticipation. The difference lies in how you interpret them. Instead of seeing fear as a warning sign, view it as an indicator that you're stepping into something important. When you feel your heart race or your palms sweat, remind yourself that this is what growth feels like. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's taking action despite it. In 2025, make a commitment to face your fears one step at a time. Start small. If you fear public speaking, begin by sharing your ideas in a small group. If you fear failure, set a goal that stretches you just beyond your comfort zone. Each time you take action in the face of fear, you build confidence and resilience. Visualization is a powerful tool for transforming fear. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, visualize what could go right. Picture yourself succeeding, thriving, and overcoming obstacles. Create a mental image of the best possible outcome and focus on that. Visualization trains your brain to see possibilities instead of limitations, shifting your mindset from fear to empowerment. Fear often stems from the desire to control outcomes. You want guarantees that everything will work out perfectly, but life doesn't come with certainties. In 2025, practice letting go of the need for control. Trust in the process, knowing that every step you take is bringing you closer to your goals. Even if things don't go as planned, you'll learn, adapt, and grow. Another way to turn fear into fuel is by using it as a guide. Fear often points to the areas where you have the most potential for growth. If something scares you, it's likely because it challenges you or holds significance in your life. In 2025, let your fears become a compass, guiding you toward the actions and decisions that will lead to transformation. Leaning on your support system can also help you face fear. Share your fears with someone you trust, a friend, mentor, or coach. Sometimes, hearing an outside perspective can provide clarity and encouragement. Others may remind you of your strengths and past successes, giving you the confidence to move forward. Fear can also be transformed by focusing on your why. Why are you reinventing yourself in 2025? What's driving your desire for change? When your why is strong enough, it outweighs your fear. Let your purpose inspire you to take action, even when it feels uncomfortable. Fear loses its grip when you're deeply connected to your motivation. Finally, remember that fear is a sign of progress. If you're feeling scared, it means you're stepping into new territory and challenging yourself to grow. Embrace the discomfort as a natural part of the journey. In 2025, instead of running from fear, run toward it. Each time you face it, you'll discover new levels of strength, courage, and resilience. In 2025, fear doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your ally, pushing you to take risks, embrace change, and pursue your dreams. When you turn fear into fuel, you transform it from a force that holds you back into one that propels you forward. Let fear ignite your passion, sharpen your focus, and remind you of your capacity to overcome. This is the year to face your fears head-on and use them to power your reinvention. You are braver and stronger than you realize. Let 2025 be the year you prove it to yourself. Chapter 17. Faith in Adversity. Adversity is a constant in life. No matter how carefully you plan or how determined you are, challenges will arise to test your resolve. In 2025, one of the most powerful tools you can cultivate for reinvention is faith in adversity. Faith doesn't mean avoiding hardship. It means trusting that every struggle serves a purpose and leads to growth. It's about believing that even in the darkest moments, light is just around the corner. Adversity often feels overwhelming because it shakes your sense of stability. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel lost or question your ability to move forward. Faith in adversity begins with acceptance. Acknowledge that challenges are part of life and that they're not here to punish you, but to strengthen you. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of resistance and choosing to work with the situation rather than against it. Having faith in adversity starts with trusting yourself. Believe in your ability to navigate tough times, even if the path ahead seems unclear. Reflect on past challenges you faced and overcome. Remember how you found solutions, grew stronger, and came out the other side. In 2025, let your past victories remind you that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. Faith also means trusting the process. Life rarely unfolds in a straight line, and sometimes it can feel like you're taking 2 steps back for every step forward. But progress isn't always obvious in the moment. Trust that every setback is setting you up for a greater comeback. In 2025, remind yourself that struggles often lead to breakthroughs and that patience is a vital part of the journey. Adversity often brings uncertainty, and uncertainty can be unsettling. Faith in adversity helps you embrace the unknown with courage and grace. Instead of fearing what you can't predict or control, focus on what you can influence: your mindset, your actions, and your response to challenges. In 2025, let faith guide you through uncertainty. trusting that clarity will come when the time is right. Faith doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It's okay to feel hurt, frustrated, or even defeated at times. Faith allows you to experience these emotions without letting them consume you. In 2025, practice self-compassion during difficult moments. Allow yourself to grieve, process, and heal, knowing that these emotions are a natural part of growth. Finding meaning in adversity is another way to strengthen your faith. Challenges often carry hidden lessons or blessings that aren't immediately apparent. Perhaps a setback forces you to develop new skills, or a loss teaches you the value of what truly matters. In 2025, approach adversity with curiosity, asking, "What can I learn from this?" The answers may surprise you and deepen your sense of purpose. Leaning on your support system can also bolster your faith in tough times. Share your struggles with those you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor. Sometimes their encouragement or perspective can reignite your hope. Faith doesn't have to be a solitary journey. In 2025, surround yourself with people who remind you of your strength and potential. Spirituality or belief in a higher power can provide profound comfort during adversity. Trusting that there's a greater plan at work, even if you can't see it, can bring peace to chaotic moments. In 2025, nurture your spiritual practices, whether through prayer, meditation, or reflection. These practices help you stay grounded and connected to something larger than yourself. Adversity also teaches resilience, and faith is its foundation. Every time you face a challenge with faith, you build the mental and emotional strength to handle future difficulties. In 2025, view adversity as an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Let each challenge refine you, shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Another way to cultivate faith in adversity is to focus on gratitude. Even in the midst of hardship, there are always things to be thankful for: a kind gesture, a moment of peace, or a lesson learned. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, helping you see that even adversity has its gifts. In 2025, make gratitude a daily practice, even when times are tough. Faith in adversity also means staying committed to your goals. Challenges may slow you down, but they don't have to stop you. Use your faith to keep moving forward, even if progress feels small or uncertain. In 2025, let your faith be the anchor that holds you steady as you navigate the storms of life. Finally, faith in adversity reminds you that you're not alone. Everyone faces challenges, and your struggles are part of a shared human experience. In 2025, let this shared connection inspire you to reach out, support others, and seek support in return. Together, we are stronger, and faith grows when it's nurtured in community. Adversity is not the end, it's the beginning of transformation. In 2025, let faith guide you through life's challenges, reminding you that every struggle has meaning, every setback has a lesson, and every storm will pass. With faith, you'll not only survive adversity, but thrive because of it. This is your year to rise above the trials and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more empowered than ever before. Chapter 18. Reinvention is a journey, not a destination. Overthinking is like a trap for the mind, keeping you stuck in endless loops of doubt, fear, and indecision. It's a silent thief that robs you of time, energy, and peace. In 2025, breaking free from overthinking will be a critical step in your journey of reinvention. By freeing your mind from its self-made shackles, you can take bold action, make clear decisions, and live with purpose. Overthinking often starts with a single thought, a concern about the future, regret about the past, or uncertainty in the present. That thought spirals, growing into a web of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. The first step to breaking free from overthinking is awareness. Pay attention to when your mind begins to overanalyze or dwell on a single problem. Recognize the pattern and interrupt it before it takes over. One way to interrupt overthinking is through mindfulness. Bring yourself back to the present moment by focusing on your breath, your surroundings, or the sensations in your body. Overthinking thrives on imagined fears, but mindfulness anchors you in reality. In 2025, practice mindfulness daily to train your mind to stay grounded, even in moments of uncertainty. Overthinking often stems from a fear of making the wrong choice. You might analyze every option endlessly, hoping to guarantee a perfect outcome. But the truth is, there's rarely a perfect decision. In 2025, embrace the idea that making any decision is better than making none. Action creates clarity, while inaction keeps you stuck in the cycle of overthinking. Set clear time limits for decision-making. For instance, if you're trying to decide on something small, like what to eat for dinner, give yourself 2 minutes to make a choice. For bigger decisions, set a realistic but firm deadline. In 2025, commit to moving forward instead of getting lost in analysis paralysis. Another way to break free from overthinking is to reframe failure. Overthinking often comes from a fear of getting things wrong, but failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone to success. Remind yourself that every mistake teaches you something valuable. In 2025, shift your focus from avoiding failure to embracing growth. Let each step, even imperfect ones, bring you closer to your goals. Overthinking can also stem from perfectionism, the belief that everything must be flawless. This mindset places unnecessary pressure on you and keeps you from starting or finishing tasks. In 2025, remind yourself that progress matters more than perfection. Done is better than perfect. Take action, learn from the results, and refine as you go. Leaning on your support system can help you break the cycle of overthinking. Share your concerns with someone you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, or mentor. Sometimes an outside perspective can bring clarity and help you see solutions you may have overlooked. In 2025, don't hesitate to seek support when your mind feels cluttered. Journaling is another powerful tool for combating overthinking. When your thoughts feel overwhelming, writing them down can help you organize and process them. Start by listing your concerns or questions, and then write possible solutions or steps you can take. In 2025, let journaling be a way to clear mental clutter and create actionable plans. Breaking free from overthinking also requires setting boundaries with your time and energy. Limit distractions that feed overthinking, such as excessive social media use or constant exposure to news. These sources can overwhelm your mind and fuel unnecessary worries. In 2025, protect your mental space by being intentional about what you allow into your thoughts. Gratitude is a simple but effective way to combat overthinking. When your mind is stuck on what's wrong, shift your focus to what's right. Take a moment to list 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Gratitude shifts your perspective, reminding you of the abundance and positivity in your life. In 2025, make gratitude a daily practice to keep overthinking at bay. Overthinking often thrives on vague goals or unclear priorities. When you don't know what you're working toward, your mind fills the gap with endless questions and doubts. In 2025, set clear, specific goals for yourself. Know what you want and why it matters. Having a clear direction helps quiet the noise of overthinking and keeps you focused on what's important. Another way to break free is to embrace imperfection in outcomes. Overthinking often revolves around trying to predict or control every detail of the future. But life is unpredictable, and not everything will go as planned, and that's okay. In 2025, let go of the need for certainty and trust that you'll handle whatever comes your way. Simplify your life where possible. Overthinking often arises when there's too much going on, too many tasks, too many decisions, or too many distractions. In 2025, focus on what truly matters and eliminate unnecessary complexity. A simpler life creates more mental space and reduces the likelihood of overthinking. Finally, remind yourself that overthinking is a habit, and like any habit, it can be changed. Be patient with yourself as you work to break free. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep practicing new ways of thinking and acting until they become second nature. In 2025, make breaking free from overthinking a priority. With a clear mind and focused energy, you'll be able to take bold actions, make confident decisions, and live with purpose. Overthinking no longer has to control your life. This is the year you reclaim your thoughts, break the cycle, and create a mindset that supports your reinvention. Let go of the endless loops and embrace the freedom to move forward boldly. As you stand at the threshold of 2025, you are no longer the person you were before you began this journey. With each chapter, you've uncovered tools, mindsets, and practices to reshape your life, break free from limitations, and step into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. Reinvention is not a single event. It is a continuous process, a lifelong commitment to growth and transformation. You've learned to embrace the power of clarity, build momentum through action, and turn fear into fuel. You've discovered the strength in resilience, the wisdom in struggle, and the beauty in letting go. Most importantly, you've learned that reinvention is not about perfection, it's about progress. Every step you've taken, no matter how small, has brought you closer to the life you've envisioned. 2025 is your blank canvas, and you are the artist. The challenges you'll face are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. The fears you'll encounter are not barriers, but opportunities to grow. And the dreams you're chasing are not distant illusions. They are within your reach, waiting for you to claim them. Remember, the journey of reinvention is not linear. There will be days when you feel unstoppable and days when doubts creep in. But through it all, trust in yourself and the process. You have the tools, the mindset, and the strength to navigate any challenge. Lean into your faith, surround yourself with growth, and stay connected to your why. As you move forward, let your reinvention inspire others. Share your story, your struggles, and your triumphs. Show those around you that transformation is possible, that it's never too late to start again. Your journey is not just about you. It's about the ripple effect you create, touching lives and spreading hope. This is your year. 2025 is not just a new chapter, it's a new book, written by you, for you. Step boldly into the life you deserve, knowing that you are capable, resilient, and worthy of the change you seek. The best version of yourself is already within you. Now it's time to bring it to life. Go forward with confidence, courage, and determination. Your reinvention has begun, and the possibilities are endless. This is your moment. Embrace it fully and let 2025 be the year you transform your life forever.